Hi, Shakti.
Hello.
Living in the San Francisco Bay Area, you're surrounded with an abundance of gurus, uh, spiritual teachers, practical and practical practices and workshops of all kinds. What is it that makes a person want to learn the form?
You're right. There's many practices, teachers, workshops. Everything is in the Bay Area. You click on your email, you have 20 different offers or do something. But I believe that a form is unique, you know?
Well, what makes the form so unique?
Well, you see, there are many practices who offer genuine connection with the divine, God, the force, spirit, whatever you call it. But uh, after you have experienced it, you will come back pretty much the same as before. You come back from the divine bliss back into your old personality with all its problems. The form is different. The form brings you to a state which is amazing, but when you come back, you really don't come back. You come into a new place. And each time you practice the form, you end up in a new place, different than before. So you're constantly moving, constantly evolving.
What happens then?
What happens then? Well, you are evolving as consciousness. The whole universe is in a state of constant flux. So the form actually taps into that real being that's beyond this body, beyond this mind, into that universe in constant evolution. So you are tapping into that evolving spiral.
But aren't we evolving anyway?
Yes, we are. If we were not, we would be still little amoebas here. We've gone through quite a few billions of years of evolution, both as life forms and as consciousness. So we are evolving, but compared to what the form does, we are evolving rather slowly. The planetary needs are for much more of a higher grade of evolution. So you can imagine the form is creating some kind of a quickening. We're evolving to match the speed of what is needed in the planet.
But can practicing the form really make that much of a difference?
Oh, you bet. You see, you think of this one individual, but this one individual, beyond this body, you are the whole universe. You are, the form taps into that universal aspect of you that has no limits. So when you practice the form, you are the universe in evolution. And you are including all the beings that are evolving with you. So you're taking everyone for a ride. Isn't it amazing how powerful you are, how amazing you are?
But how is that possible?
That's what I'm just saying. You as a human are small, right? This body, this mind. But you as the being that this human is manifested in his body, you are infinite.
Wow.
You are totally infinite. And this is no kidding here. You experience in the form as the supreme being, literally holding this universe in your hands. So when you practice the form, you are tapping into this amazing universal being. You have the universe in your hands. And it sounds amazing and unbelievable until you experienced it.
That is amazing. I can only imagine what can happen to the universe when more and more people practice the form.
Yes, what can happen to the universe? What can happen to our earth? What needs to happen to our earth? Shall we blow it or shall we make it into a paradise?
Oh.
What would you like?
Well, you know what I would like. And, that's really interesting, Shakti, but what about the practical side of it? What about people who are just more down to earth and more on the practical side of the form?
Oh,
would that work
I guess
for them?
evolving the earth is not practical enough. Okay, let's go down to the nuts and bolts. So what people want? More joy in life, more bliss, more deepening of relationships. They want to find their beloved. They want to be happy, right? They want to live abundantly and joyfully. They want to live in harmony
Well, you could
without
say
stress. Yes, and all that comes with the form. That all comes with it. So when you look on the small practical side, yes, your life will improve. You can use that word in all sense. Your life will become a magical flow of synchronicities.
Oh, okay.
And at the same time, you're evolving the universe. You can look at the big picture or small picture. It's really the same. Okay. It's all about more love,
that's
more
amazing.
joy. Yes.
Well, now Shakti, in the past you've told me that the form is a kind of a tantric practice. Can you tell me more about that?
I am a tantrika, so to me it's very tantric. Let's look what Tantra is about. Tantra is about manifesting divinity in this body, in this flesh and blood, deeply rooted in the earth. It's not a practice of ascension, it's a practice of living this life fully and completely, seeing everything sacred, seeing divine in every tiny leaf and flicker of an eye. And Tantra is about the full embodiment of life of divinity into being. That's what Tantra is about. There's another aspect of the form that is you begin to realize the interplay of the cosmic principles, the masculine and feminine, the Shakti and Shiva, much talked about and revered in Tantra, which is the play of the forces that create all this beautiful reality we live in. If you are someone who's interested in relationships, I'm sure you would be experiencing this and be more profoundly interested.
Well, I am, and you've sold me.
Okay.
But what if someone isn't really into that much into Tantra?
No Tantra, no problem. We are all tantric anyway, we just don't know about it. But
Okay,
let's see,
right.
if you're into meditation, the form becomes meditation. If you're a dancer, it becomes a dance. If you're an artist, the form is an art. If you're a healer, it's a special form of healing. You are the creator. You make the form into whatever it is.
So it seems like the form is compatible with other spiritual practices too.
Totally. The form is contained in everything, and it will actually enhance any spiritual practice, or probably supersede at some point. But totally, you can have a spiritual practice, or you can be a complete atheist, have no spiritual practice at all, and it will still do its thing, because it's not about experience. It's not about any dogma, it's not about any beliefs, it's about your direct experience. And that is just beyond words.
Well then, to keep it simple, who do you think should practice the form?
Okay, let me see. The teacher, the student, the factory worker, the shopping clerk, the single mom, the housewife, policeman, the postman, anybody else?
I get the message. Well, how about children?
Oh.
Can children do the form?
Children love it. My children love it. All children love it, because it brings them into the world they have left very recently. It takes them home. It's very natural to them. And for growing teenagers that are in a kind of stage in between, not quite adult yet, not child anymore, it's like a soothing therapy to bring them, to remind them who they are, where they come from. So it's a very supportive experience for a child that is growing up.
Well, that really sounds wonderful, and I'm sold on this. But how about practicing in the United States? You're here in the Bay Area, but what if I didn't live in this area? How would I practice if I was far away?
Well, I'm happy to travel anywhere in the States, anywhere to the world. I can go to the moon if someone takes me there. But anyway, anywhere there is a group of people who want to learn the form, I will come to them.
Thank you, Shakti. This has been great. I appreciate
You're welcome.
all you've taught me.
You're welcome.